Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Thursday, February 17th slate of NBA games. I feel like we do have a pretty good slate of games despite it being right before the All-Star break, so I feel like we are getting kind of spoiled with this slate, and I do like it. Personally, I have found a couple really good spots that we can try to target, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. First, I just want to go ahead and say at the time of recording this video, we are just barely over 300 subs away from being from hitting that 4,000 subscriber mark. Once we do hit that, we will be doing a subscriber parlay giveaway for 4,000, where I do give away half of the winnings if we do end up cashing it. So you guys will be seeing a lot of money coming out if we do end up hitting it. Next thing is, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to all of our members. I will have them flashed up here on the screen. Thank you guys so much for showing so much support. I will be shouting out all of the new members, of course, once we do end up getting some more new ones. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick recap as of yesterday. We were so close to bringing out the brooms, but unfortunately, and the shades. We would have been bringing out the shades too, but unfortunately, we'll get to why we weren't able to do that. So our first play of the day, we did have Atlanta minus 5.5 versus Orlando. That one ended up cashing for us pretty easily. I think they won by like 20 something. I think that they were trying to give us a trap line and be like, oh, we'll make this spread pretty close, have everyone hammer Orlando, and really they get blown out. But that wasn't the case for us. Then we had Seth Curry over 16.5 points versus the New York Knicks. He started off pretty rough, but then he ended up coming in clutch, like in the fourth quarter, I believe, is whenever he did end up hitting this line, finished with 20. So he did end up cashing for us. Then we had Anthony Simons over 5.5 assists versus Memphis. Shout out to all the people that got it at plus value. Apparently later in the day it was at plus value, so shout out to them. But our one play that didn't end up hitting, Vucevic. I need to seriously just, I say this every time, but I always take a chance on my Bulls when I see, a little bit of an advantage, and every time it lets me down. Every time. I just need to quit betting on them. It's just, I need to quit doing it. I just seriously need to quit doing it, but, it was a good win for the Bulls, so I can't really be too mad about it. So, let's go ahead and dive into today's plays. Like I said, I found 4 of them that I really do like. But first, if you guys are new, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day is going to be Bobby Portis over 7.5 rebounds versus the 76ers, minus 130 odds. Bobby Portis has been tremendous at rebounding the basketball recently. He has actually cashed this exact line in 4 of his last 5 games. And when it comes to the games against the 76ers recently, he's been killing it as well. He has actually covered in 2 straight games versus the 76ers. And this game is actually being taken place in Milwaukee, where Bobby Portis does thrive even more. He actually is averaging 9.5 rebounds per game at home this year. So I think that we see a really big advantage there. And I know Joel Embiid, he's an absolute monster. But with the All-Star break right around the corner, all of these games are going to be pretty weird. All the games right before the All-Star break are always pretty weird. You never know who's going to be resting. You never know what kind of minutes limits people are going to be on. It's just weird little things like that. So we could see Giannis see a little bit reduced minutes. I don't know if they will or not, but it's always just something to look out for. So I hate betting on like superstars in the games right before the All-Star break because you never really know what's going to happen. That's why we're taking a role player like Bobby Portis. So that's our first play of the day. Bobby Portis over 7.5 rebounds, minus 130 odds. Our second play of the day is going to be the Los Angeles Clippers, minus 9.5 versus the Houston Rockets, minus 110 odds. Now the Clippers, they've been really solid recently. They have actually covered in 3 straight games. I do like the way that the Clippers are starting to come together. I feel like they are just a pretty solid team. Now, the Houston Rockets, on the other hand, at the time that I'm recording this video, you guys will be seeing this the next day. So, as of last night, the Houston Rockets, they did keep it close with a really great Phoenix team. They ended up losing by just 3 points, so they obviously did cover it. But before the game against Phoenix, they hadn't covered in 5 straight games. And they had only covered in 1 of their last 9 before last night. So they just haven't really been a tremendous basketball team recently. And it definitely doesn't help that Christian Wood looks like he's going to be out as of tomorrow. So I'm perfectly fine with fading this team once again. And Houston, on the second leg of a back-to-back this year, they've been atrocious. They are just 1-6-1 against the spread. So I will definitely be taking my odds there. And it looks like the Clippers, they're not going to really have any All-Star game worries, like with minutes limits and stuff like that. They're going to want to play really hard before the All-Star break because they're not going to be playing basketball for a while. So I think that, we see a really good advantage here for the Clippers. So that's our second play of the day. Clippers minus 9.5 versus Houston minus 110 odds. Our third play of the day is going to be Jonas Valanciunas over 16.5 points versus the Dallas Mavericks plus 100 odds. Jonas Valanciunas has cashed this line in 3 straight games. And when it comes to the Dallas Mavericks, they give up a lot of points to centers. They actually give up the 10th most points per game to opposing centers. And if you look at the game log of the past 2 games for the teams against the Mavericks, it was the Heat who had Bam Adebayo who scored 21 points on them, and I think we targeted it. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure we targeted it last time. And then Zubats, who isn't known for his scoring at all, but he still dropped 11. So double digits for Zoo. Hey, that definitely screams that we have an edge there. And in the last 3 games, the Dallas Mavericks have given up 52.7 points per game in the paint, and I think that that's a huge edge because if you look at this Pelicans team, most of them are shooters. Most of them are scorers from the outside or even the mid-range, but not necessarily the paint. So a lot of those paint points are going to be going to Jonas Valanciunas. So I think we see a huge advantage there. So that's our third play of the day. Jonas Valanciunas over 16.5 points versus the Dallas Mavericks plus 100 odds. And our fourth and final play is going to be the Charlotte Hornets plus 4 versus the Miami Heat minus 110 odds. If you look at it, the Heat are dealing with a lot of injuries right now. It looks like Dwayne Dedmon, Morris, and Tyler Hero are all out for this game. And it looks like Caleb Martin, Udonis Haslem, who he probably, he wouldn't be a huge role piece, but Caleb Martin, Udonis Haslem, and Jimmy Butler are all listed as questionable. And with the All-Star game right around the corner, we could definitely see Jimmy Butler sit. And so I think that if Jimmy Butler's out, it's going to be very tough for this Miami team. I know that Kyle Lowry's been really good, and I know Bam Adebayo was fantastic, but I just think this is going to be a situation where the Charlotte Hornets are going to be able to prevail in this one. In Charlotte, as a home dog this year, a home underdog, they are 9-6 against the spread. So I love my odds there. And the Charlotte Hornets, I know LaMelo Ball is going to the All-Star game, but other than that, they don't really have anybody that's going. So or even doing like any of the events or anything like that. So I think that Charlotte does see a little bit of an advantage there. They're going to want to get this win before sitting at home watching LaMelo Ball in the All-Star game. So that is going to be our fourth and final play of the day. Charlotte plus 4 versus Miami minus 110 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. We are on the road to 4,000. We are just a touch over 300 away. So like I said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting bad storms here in central Illinois, potentially a lot of snow. So if that's the case, we may see another live stream tomorrow, but I don't know. But yeah, for now, this is King Center signing out. Peace.